Alright, I'm gonna try to steer clear from the jokes. How to Train Your Dragon very carefully. Hey guys, hello guys, hello everyone. Hey guys, hello people. Hey guys, what's up people?
Welcome to Dragon Training. Today, you will learn to fight dragons.
Pain. Love it.
How to Train Your Dragon is a DreamWorks animated picture from co-director, co-producer, and co-writer Chris Sanders, who also created Lilo and Stitch. Fun fact! The main dragon, Toothless, is actually modeled after Stitch himself, if you look closely. Now, the premise of this film is actually kind of simple. It's something that is sort of familiar that we've seen before in other films, in which the protagonist is played by a young boy named Hiccup who lives among Vikings. And what do Vikings do? They kill dragons. Because like he says in the trailer as well as the beginning of the film, other villages have pests like rats, lizards, crazy animals like that. This village has dragons. It's just that cool. Can you imagine? I don't know what it is, but I would think that this village has a higher rep getting attacked by dragons than being harassed by animals or raccoons or some crazy thing like that. Now, being the outcast of the Vikings, he's the one who wants to hunt after dragons themselves in order to prove he's worthy of being a full-fledged Viking. Miraculously, he's able to catch Night Fury, an infamous dragon that nobody can see, that is so mysterious that nobody can see it, yet they managed to name it due to how they see it. I don't know, that didn't part really didn't make sense. So he catches this dragon, and through this dragon he learns that the dragons are not as bad as they seem to be. They're actually quite friendly. Now, like I said, the premise of the film is sort of familiar. It's something that we've seen before, in which the protagonist is a young wimp that doesn't really fit in with the rest of the group, and the rest of the group will not believe him when it comes to the finding of the enemy not to be an enemy but to be a friend. And like I said, nobody believes him because he's either a wimp or because he's a liar. Now, despite the fact that the story is a little bit used, this movie is awesome. I can honestly say that my top 10 list of 2010 has officially begun with How to Train Your Dragon. First, let's talk about the visuals. This movie I gotta be honest, this movie makes the flying sequences in this film, makes the flying sequences in Avatar look like, I don't know, kitty. Because honestly, I have to say that if I were to choose between the flying sequences in Avatar and the flying sequences in this movie to be seen not only 3D but in IMAX 3D, I say go with this one. It's much more epic, much more intense. It actually feels like you're riding the dragon, whereas in Avatar, it was sort of shown from a little far away and it wasn't shown in first person, so it doesn't really capture that intensity. The animation is crisp, it's sort of exaggerated. I mean, everybody's fat in this movie. I mean, the Vikings per se, but it's exaggerated to the point where it just feels good, and the animation is astounding. Not to mention the designs of these dragons, especially the protagonist dragon, Night Fury, also known as Toothless, which becomes Hiccup's friend. He has got to be one of the slickest and coolest looking dragons I have ever seen. I got to see this with my cousins and my brother in Mexico, and one of my cousins has officially fallen in love with Toothless. She just keeps going, it's so cute, it's adorable. I must admit, Toothless is pretty damn cute. Especially when his eyes get all squared and he's stepping on like this. I really do believe that the people who worked on the 3D effects for Clash of the Titans should have looked at this movie and should have used it at least as an example to how 3D should be done. Alright, this is almost, the 3D effects in this movie are almost on par with Avatar, in which they don't necessarily pop out of you. It's more depth rather than things just simply coming out of the screen. And I'm telling you, you're gonna have a nerdgasm when you witness these flying sequences, whether it be in real D3D or in IMAX 3D. I got to see this in IMAX 3D. This movie was the first movie that I got to see not just in 3D but in IMAX as well, and I was simply just blown away by the visuals in this film. And aside from the visuals, despite the fact that the story is familiar, this movie will touch you with the story. It is actually emotionally driven. One of my cousins was crying towards the end. Now, it's not as emotional as usual Pixar films are, such as last year's Up, but it does get kind of intense towards the ending. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but something happens that I thought that was the big PG earner. That's why this movie's rated PG, because I really did not see that coming, and it truly felt kind of sad. It's sort of a bittersweet moment at the end. And in the rating it says intense sequences of action and stuff like that, and I'm like, how can it be intense it gets intense, especially towards the end. I was really not seeing that, I was really not expecting that to happen. Truly epic for an animated film, nevertheless a DreamWorks film. Someone wrote on IMDb, and I was actually kind of expecting this. I was expecting the dragon from Shrek to make some sort of cameo appearance, the girl dragon from the Shrek movies. I wouldn't have been surprised if it did make a cameo appearance, but quite frankly, she doesn't. Now, unfortunately, I cannot say anything about the voice talent due to the fact that, like I said before, I saw this in Mexico with my 2 cousins and my brother. It was dubbed in Spanish, so I unfortunately cannot tell you anything about the voice casting. All I know is who voiced it. In the American version, we have Jay Baruchel from Tropic Thunder, and then recently She's Out of My League playing Hiccup. We got Gerald Butler as the dad. We have America Ferrera as Hiccup's love interest, Astrid. And we got plenty of other voice talents like Christopher Mintz-Plasse from the upcoming Kick-Ass and Superbad, Michael Levin and Jonah Hill and TJ Miller and all of these different voice talents. And I'm pretty sure they did a good job, but unfortunately I didn't get to listen to their voices because I saw this in Spanish. Still, this is one of those movies that it really doesn't matter what language you see it in. It is an astounding movie. In my opinion, I think this is DreamWorks' best since the first Shrek, and I have to say that this is the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs for 2010, in which the trailers and the TV spots and possibly the posters makes it look a little like a kiddie film, in which it might not be so horrible, but at the same time it wasn't what you were expecting. Wrong. Go see the movie, you're gonna be blown away. I give How to Train Your Dragon a 9.0 out of 10, an A-. I really do believe that this is one of the very few best movies of 2010 so far. There's still plenty of time for more big movies to come, and we got Iron Man 2 and we got Toy Story 3 and all that stuff. But I really do believe that How to Train Your Dragon could be a possible contender at the Oscars next year for Best Animated Film, due to the fact that this year Pixar's not really rolling out anything. They're rolling out Toy Story 3. If you think about it, the Toy Story movies, even though they're awesome, they will always be awesome, and I'm hoping Toy Story 3 will be just that awesome. They're not necessarily, best animated film movies. They're not WALL-E, they're not Up. So despite the fact that the movie came out over 2 weeks ago, I'm still doing this review because that's just how badass this movie is. Go see it in 3D. Don't see it in 2D, see it in 3D. I don't care if you pay more, $3 more. It deserves it. And if you can, see it in IMAX 3D because it's just that awesome. And it's awesome! So I think that's enough about me kissing How to Train Your Dragon's ass. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys go see How to Train Your Dragon. Still in theaters. Check it out. It's an awesome movie. See you guys later. Take care.
It's like the size of my... Oh! Get it off!